April Fools, John's not dead.
Did you plan that out?
And Happy Easter, it is Resurrection Day.
You had to plan that out! He's alive!
No, I didn't really plan it out until... Didn't really plan it out until somebody mentioned something in the Mother's Mercy saying, wow, is there any way you could have her watch that by Sunday? Because it's Easter? Oh, how's that make you feel, Anna?
Very happy.
Very happy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're already moving. Moving people down the list. Alright, better keep your eyes down. I'm gonna... And John's back on the list.
Whoops.
Yeah, we'll get it later. All right, so how you feeling?
Happy?
It is 2 in the morning, early Easter morning, on April Fool's Day.
You had to have planned that out.
Not until a couple days ago. I had to come up with a good reason why we want to get through these 2 episodes when we're doing them.
Yup. Reason we're up at 2 a.m.
Exactly. I knew we wouldn't have time tomorrow with all the Easter stuff going on. You're wide awake.
I don't think I can get back to sleep.
Well, you want to go to episode 3 now? No,
Yes,
I don't. I'm
yes.
tired. Oh, I couldn't do another one. We've already done 2 and a Q&A today. It was aggressive schedule today. All right, where do you want to start talking? I think we should just go back to the beginning and talk about everything but. Or do you want to talk about John?
Talk about John.
Oh, shoot.
Oops. Can't look. Can't necessarily look.
Okay, we're safe again on TV.
Okay.
Balin's
So Balin's
dead.
dead.
Roose Bolton is dead. And John's alive.
John's alive.
Well, what kind of? I mean, this show is just terrible, isn't it? You just killed off 2 of your hated characters and brought one of your favorites back to life. You got like permagreen going on over there.
I think Home might be one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. Best ever, maybe.
Definitely up there.
Okay. All right. I have to talk a real quick thing about the Q&A. The one thing I was spoiled on wasn't that John died. It was that John came back, which was kind of like a double spoiler, because the only way he could come back is if he had died at some point in time. I couldn't tell you that as far as my one spoiler during the Q&A. But it was that he came back, so when he died, I was like, okay, wow, it finally happened. But I knew at some point in time he came back, because that was what I'd seen, like, all over the internet
So you
when it
weren't as
happened.
heartbroken?
Yes.
Because you knew he'd come back.
Yes. So I just wanted to fess that up. We just did the Q&A earlier today, and I was talking about how my one spoiler was that he died, but
You liar.
I did lie, but I couldn't tell you what the truth was. Okay, so now that that's off my chest, now we can continue on. Bran got to go to Winterfell. He did go home.
Yeah. That's the
They
reason
referenced
he was
something.
sleeping.
You didn't roll credit. They did twice.
Yeah.
Bran did it,
Mhm.
and
Theon
Theon did it. Hodor talked.
Mhm.
His name's Willis.
Yeah, they mentioned that in the book.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying something to me about that, but I was like,
Mhm.
what?
Yeah, and the one lady that told Bran the stories,
hmm
that's his grandmother, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to reread that part,
Gotta
but I'm
reread.
pretty sure they're related.
They're related anyways.
I'm pretty sure it's grandma.
Interesting. Okay, so we got to see that. We got to see Ned and
Ned. Pretty sure the older one was Brandon.
Brandon, yeah, and Benjen
Uh huh.
and Lyanna.
Lyanna. Yeah.
So that was probably unexpected.
Yeah.
So that scene was pretty
Lyanna
cool.
was Ned's younger sister.
A little older, it looks like.
Yeah.
And then we went to the wall. The wildlings saved the day.
Mhm.
Alistair and the crew was about to bust in.
Mhm.
Wildlings back John.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna think? What do you think everybody's gonna think?
They're gonna be definitely shocked. Ghost is gonna be definitely happy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And the Lord, and now since
What do you think? Alistair and crew.
they're gonna be, well,
I guess everything we talk about at the wall can relate to
yeah.
what happened there at the end.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So, well, the wildlings saved the day.
Yeah.
None of that would have happened if the wildlings wouldn't have gotten back.
Mhm.
So, yay, wildlings! We're rooting for them now. It was only a short year ago
Mhm.
when they were attacking the wall.
Pretty much.
All right. So let me see. We get the King's Landing.
Mhm.
Small little scene I like. The one jokester guy bragging about what he was doing to Cersei when she was doing her walk. Mountain didn't like that. Must have been just wandering around.
Oh. Yeah, he got his head bashed into the wall. I knew he wouldn't last.
Now Cersei was about to leave to go to Marcella's funeral,
Mhm.
and were stopped
Mhm.
on Tommen's orders.
Yeah, and that's kind of understandable, because last time she was in the one place, I forget its name, the Seven Tower place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, last time she was in there, she was checking up on Marjorie, and yeah, that led into a whole
Yep.
thing.
That's when she got thrown in. Yep.
Mhm.
All right. So then we get Jamie and Tommen talking, and it's about Cersei, about wondering why.
Yeah.
Then High Sparrow showed up.
Mhm.
And talked about how they were all weak alone.
Weak alone, but strong in numbers.
Together we can overthrow an empire, is where he closed that conversation off.
What does he mean by empire?
Well, like the Targaryen Empire.
Yeah, but it's not an empire, it's a kingdom.
Yeah, I know.
If they call him king
Yeah.
and, king, queen, and prince and princess, not emperor and empress.
But it is almost kind of an empire.
Yeah,
Because
the
it's
seven
seven kingdoms, and
seven
it's
kingdoms.
the ruler of all the kingdoms, so that is kind of an empire. They
Mhm.
don't really reference empire, I guess, a lot in the show.
No.
So that scene was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hurry up and get back to John stuff. I know you don't. We have Cersei and Tommen talking.
Yep.
Tommen's apologizing, wondering how he can be a king if his wife and his mom, and there was
And
nothing
his
he could do it.
brother-in-law.
Yep. And wants Cersei to help him.
To become,
Little.
to grow more of a backbone.
Yes.
Because, Even I have a bigger backbone than him. And I'm me.
So then we get to probably my favorite part of the episode. Over Nessos.
Essos!
Tyrion, Grey Worm, Missandei, and Varys.
Yes.
Has Tyrion said that line yet?
What line?
It's what I do. I drink and I know things.
I feel like he has, because I've definitely heard it before.
Right across the street, they got shirts hanging, the provisions that have that. I just saw them yesterday, actually.
I want one.
And I saw them there, and I'm like, oh shoot, that episode's coming up.
You know what? I'd want one, but then I'd improve it and say, I drink Mountain Dew, and I know things.
So Tyrion knows things. He's talking about dragons.
Yep.
Knows that they're smart. Decides to go unchain the dragons.
Yep.
And he succeeds.
Yes, without getting burned to a crisp.
I just love that scene. I don't know why. That one's always stood out to me. It was tense.
Very tense. But I mean, once he, I couldn't tell the dragons apart.
It was too dark in there to be able to tell the difference between the green and the yellow.
Yeah. Once he hit the other, he turned around and was just facing.
I think the second one was Viserion. I think the first one that he did was Rhaegal.
That's what I was kind of
I
thinking.
think, but I mean, like I said, the lighting in there, so it's hard to tell.
But yeah, then he just like, me next.
Yep. So what happens? Like, hey, over here, dude. So that was cool. Tyrion's friends with the dragons. All right, so that scene gets done, and we come back to Arya, back to Braavos.
Arya.
Yeah, she's getting whooped on this one. But then Jaqen shows up.
Yep.
After the wave leaves. And apparently she passed the test.
Yep.
Because she ended up going with him.
Yeah.
He said a girl's not a beggar anymore, so. Yeah, okay. Then we go to Winterfell. A
Winterfell.
lot happening in Winterfell here this episode. A lot happening in this episode, actually. Some of it gets a little overshadowed by the end.
Yeah.
But Ramsay and Roose were talking about Castle Black.
Yep.
And going up there to kill Jon.
Yeah.
But
That's
then
when they said that's already been done.
Yep. But then the Maester comes in to let Roose know Lady Walda has had a baby and is indeed a boy.
Yep.
And Ramsay kills Roose.
Mm-hmm.
He's cold-hearted to kill his dad like that.
Yeah.
Then they'll follow it up with the Lady Walda and his new little brother.
Yeah.
In the kennels, no less.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think Ramsay will do? You think he'll head up to Castle Black? Or, I mean, he feels that's where Sansa's going to be going. Which is probably a fairly obvious choice. I mean, most people probably figure that one out.
Mm-hmm. Because that's pretty much where her closest living relative is.
Closest form of protection.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he'll follow up?
Don't know. Though he seemed pretty intent on it. Though.
That, and he had the Karstark boy there who's backing him. Okay. Well, from there we go to Sansa and Brienne. Brienne was telling Sansa about Arya.
Yeah.
So.
Sansa kind knows that the last time she was seen by somebody in, Westeros that isn't dead now, yeah, was well, and She didn't say with the hound, but she said with a man.
Yeah. Yeah, because Pod knew the hound, but Brienne never knew the hound, I don't think.
No.
And Sansa and Theon talking.
Mhm.
Theon wants to go back to the Iron Islands.
Yeah.
He don't want to go to Castle Black to be forgiven. He doesn't feel that he should be forgiven for the things he's done. Theon's went through quite the arc. From season 1 Theon to where he's at right now.
Mhm.
But that talk with Theon, with him going back, led us to Pike for the first time in a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Since, what was that? That was early season 4, I think, when Yara went to save Theon.
Pretty much.
Balon was being Balon. So he was talking about producing another heir because he's not too happy with Yara at that point in time. He's still mad because she took 50 men to go save Theon.
Mhm.
And it didn't work out and they lost men in that.
Yeah.
Then in comes Euron. We got to introduce a new character.
Mhm.
What do you think of Euron?
He's mental.
Mental?
Mental.
Possibly.
He thinks he's a god. Pretty sure he's mortal. Since he
But
was
he killed-
obviously cut by the dagger that Balon had. He had some sort of knife.
Oh, I don't know if Balon even got it out. Balon reached for it.
No, because he touched where he got hit.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he was most likely bleeding,
No.
which means he's obviously mortal.
Yeah, I don't think we have him more. Well, no, Melisandre's is pretty old. But Balon gets thrown off the bridge. So, no more Balon.
They recovered his body somehow.
Alright. Now we get skipped to Davos and Melisandre.
Mhm.
Davos going in and talking to Melisandre. Did you ever think you'd see Davos talking to Melisandre like that?
Mhm. No. That was quite
Because normally he's all about, oh, she's terrible, she's terrible, she's terrible.
pretty much.
I mean, when Stannis is around, that's all Davos was ever saying to Stannis.
Pretty much.
What did you think when she first said something about?
The
I've seen it once, because that was when she went down to get Gendry.
Mhm.
That was when she saw Beric Dondarrion, all his wounds and everything. That was Thoros of Myr that had performed the ritual.
Yeah.
When she first mentioned that, what were you thinking?
Like, did-
Did you think it was even a possibility?
yeah.
You did think it was a
I was
possibility?
probably getting my hopes up. And I was getting my hopes up. I'm like, wait,
It's possible.
it's possible. We've
But
seen
you have
it
to
been
remember,
done.
Beric, I mean, that was right after he got.
Yeah.
I mean, that was right after Thoros was
was-
right on top of him
Mhm.
doing it.
Yeah, I was kind of worried because I mean,
Or John, I think at this point, he got killed the
It's been
night
like-
before.
for like.
And then it was
at
all
least 2
day.
days.
Yeah, it'd been a little bit.
Yeah, I was kind of worried because I mean, I don't necessarily know how the afterworld works, but
The longer you're there, the harder it's probably to come back.
Yeah, probably why he took so long. Because I mean, everyone left by the time,
Everybody left, and
except for Ghost.
then Ghost kind of chirps up.
Mhm.
That's when I was like looking over to see your face because I knew as soon as Ghost perked up, you were gonna be like.
Mhm. I mean, it was getting my hopes up, and by the time everyone was left, I was sad again. And then
It was like you were he was dying all over again.
pretty much. And then Ghost perked up, and then John was breathing again.
So.
And then I jumped a little because I was, it was like, and then like, happiness.
Well, that's cool. We've had some downer episodes here lately. It was
Yeah.
about time for an upswing.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it's now 2:15 in the morning.
Well worth it.
Yeah, it's well worth it. But I think we're gonna wrap it up. I still have to edit part 2 of episode 1, just so by morning time it might be uploaded. And then I gotta get this one uploaded because I want to get this one up quick because I'm sure, like everybody else, I've been sitting here with you watching all these downer episodes. It's about time we have an uplifting one.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to add anything? I think we hit all the scenes and everything
Yeah.
of the episode.
Though I was right about Chastain still being in King's
King's
Landing.
Landing. But he was with the Sand Snakes, and the Sand Snakes were on the pier. And
I
all that.
know, that's the confusing
Yeah.
part. I was confused about that too.
What?
And then,
They-
but they...
Then Tommen was asking if they caught Chastain's murders,
Mm-hmm.
which that happened in Dorne. Why would Tommen be worried about it?
Mm-hmm.
Because that'd be
Therefore-
quick to get ravens up there and the information passed. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But well, all right, we're gonna sign off then.
Mm-hmm.
Hope everybody enjoyed this reaction. It was a fun one to do, definitely. And we will see you for episode 3. Well, no, actually, now we get to do the 2 fun videos.
Yeah, that's right.
A couple fun videos because we're through episode 2. So maybe that's why they timed those out to where you had to wait till episode 2 to watch them, so people could just rush through the first couple episodes before doing them. They probably had no idea about that, but. We got a couple fun videos before we get to episode 3. I'm gonna make her wait a little bit to see what John's up to. So, anyway, hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.